My precious child, listen closely to my voice today. I do not speak to you through the loud, demanding noise of the world, but through the quiet, steady presence that settles deep within your core. A significant turning point has arrived in your journey. What I have prepared for your coming days is about to reveal itself. A deep, profound change is unfolding within you right at this very moment. You will feel a profound reawakening, as if forgotten chapters of your life are suddenly being brought back into the light. All that you believed was lost, all that you thought was broken beyond repair, will be restored to you. A considerable span of time has now unfolded for you. This earnest longing, this deep, desperate prayer has resided in your spirit for an extended season. You have waited, you have watched, you have wondered. Now, that period of expectation is drawing to its end. What you considered dormant, I kept alive. What you felt was unjustly taken from you, I securely guarded in the spiritual realm. What you feared was permanently gone, I fiercely protected. And now, my child, I extended my hand to bring it forth, not in the limited, fragile way the world might offer it, but with my limitless abundance, an overflowing measure, and immense joy. Do not dwell on your past sorrows today. Do not retrace those old paths with regret, wondering what you could have done differently or how you could have avoided the pain. I am the one who makes all things fresh. I am the one who steers life into what seems completely still. I am the one who calls existence to bloom in the most barren and dry places of your life. Do you not perceive it, my beloved one? I am bringing forth something entirely new. And even at this very moment, it is beginning to emerge. I know the darkness has felt unending. I know the deep shadows have seemed profound and hidden from the eyes of those who were supposed to care for you. The cold season appeared as if it would never cease. But look up. The morning light is now appearing. The ground beneath your feet is stirring with fresh life. The air carries the promise of an approaching rain, not a flood of ruin, but a shower of divine favor, a fulfillment of commitments brought to absolute completion. My child, you walked through intense heat and you remained unharmed. You went into profound, terrifying depths and you were not submerged. You faced intense, suffocating pressure from all sides, yet you were not crushed. You fell, yes, but you were not destroyed. Do you know why this happened? Do you know how you survived? Because I have continually been by your side. When your cries reached the heavens, I gathered every single drop of your sorrow. When loneliness surrounded you and choked the breath from your lungs, I held you near to my chest. When the way ahead was completely hidden in fog, I cleared a path for your steps. And now, my beloved, that very path is guiding you toward a wide, open space, a place of absolute certainty, a place of unshakable peace. Have no fear, my child, for the forthcoming events might appear unfamiliar to you, but they originate from my throne. You will experience a disruption in your normal routine, but this steering is not intended to cause you harm. Its intent is to release you from the heavy burdens you're never meant to carry. Its intent is to dismantle the frameworks in your life that cannot stand, and to unbind the connections you falsely believed were essential to your survival. I am actively taking away the layers you no longer need. I am raising the weights that have kept your head bowed down. I am not doing this to leave you vulnerable. I am doing this to array you in magnificence. I am placing a circlet of honor upon your brow and wrapping you in my own glory. Remember this, my child. Your journey thus far has held massive significance. Even the times you considered unimportant, the detours, the pauses, the quiet, lonely stretches, I have woven them into a plan far greater than you can possibly imagine. Not a single moment of your suffering escaped my attention. Not one tear fell to the floor without my seeing it. Not one sigh of sorrow left your lips unheard by me. I am the divine presence who restores what has passed. I am the one who rebuilds the periods of your life that seemed entirely consumed by difficulty. I am the one who draws loveliness from absolute ruin, gladness from deep grief, and deep reverence from total despair. I know there were moments when you questioned my remembrance of you. I know you looked at the ceiling and asked, "How much longer must I wait? How long will your voice be silent while my enemies prosper?" But listen to me now. I was never silent. I was speaking even as you waited. I was speaking in the calm. I was speaking within your deepest pain. And now I speak with clear purpose, with absolute certainty, and with finality. Observe, my beloved one, as I open pathways that no human being can close. Observe as channels of living water begin their journey through the dry lands of your finances, your health, and your relationships. Observe as I lift you up, not through your exhausted strength, but solely through mine. Place your absolute trust in me when the shift commences. Lean on me when the familiar things begin to recede. Lean on me when you stand before what is unfamiliar, for I will not allow you to proceed by yourself. I go before you. I protect your back. I walk beside you. My helpers surround you. My spirit fills you. You are never, ever by yourself. And as you advance, you will feel a current against your skin, the very breath of my spirit carrying you higher, deeper into the exact purposes I have set for you since the foundation of the earth. My cherished child, prepare your heart today. Prepare your deeds. Prepare your voice for thanksgiving, for the melody now stinging in your spirit speaks not of grief, but of profound liberation. The chains are loosening. The confining doors are opening wide. The dry ground is softening, and the conduits of water are starting to pour forth. Where no path existed, I am making one. Where only emptiness lay, I am cultivating green, vibrant spaces. Where structures crumbled to the ground in your past, I am raising massive, unbreakable new foundations. You will stand where hardship once resided and declare it your greatest testimony. You will look at what once appeared as your ultimate failure and name it your greatest triumph. My child, you will collect what has been fragmented in your life, and I will reassemble it into a complete, undeniable display of my favor. My work in you is not finished. Let me say that to your spirit again so you truly believe it. My work in you is not finished. You are not discarded. You are not unseen. You are not abandoned on the side of the road. You are chosen. You are valued. You are set apart by me. I have written who you are onto my very being. I have surrounded you from every direction. I have placed my permanent mark upon you, and no force in hell or on earth can take you from my care. Lift your eyes, my child. Do not focus only on what your earthly sight perceives, for I am doing much more than you can ask, imagine, or foresee. I am dissolving the limits you once placed upon your own spirit. I am tearing down the perceived walls you thought you could never, ever overcome. Do not draw back now. Do not settle for anything short of my full, extravagant design for you. Do not hold fast to what I am prompting you to surrender. Release the past so you can welcome what is entirely new. Release your fear so you can step forward with unshakable certainty. Release the bitter poison of resentment so you can fully experience my goodness. Release your small, timid hopes so you can enter the greater, massive design I have appointed for you. Know this, my child. I am the source of all abundance. I am the spring that never dries up. I am the one who makes much from what seems so incredibly little, ensuring you will always have more than enough. A season of great favor now unfolds for you, my beloved one. Come closer to me. I am speaking profound, life-altering truths into your spirit today. I am making known to you understandings that have been hidden for ages. I am bringing forth purposes I designed long before you even drew your first breath. You are going to step into territories you never envisioned. You are going to speak words of wisdom you never thought you would carry. You are going to touch lives and heal hearts you never believed you could reach. And this will not come from your own strength, your own intellect, or your own skill. It will come entirely through my guiding presence, living brightly within you. My beloved, though deep sorrow has filled your nights, unspeakable joy will greet your mornings. You have faced intense hardship, but you are about to gather an incredible harvest of blessings. You have been remarkably faithful in the small matters, and now I will assign you much more substantial duties. You have walked through brutal periods of testing and profound loneliness, and now I will lead you to a place of deep, lasting contentment. You have been refined through the fire of difficult moments, and now I will show you as one held in high esteem before men and angels. Listen to my unbreakable pledge to you. I will bring to fruition the beneficial work I initiated within you. I will bring to pass everything I have spoken concerning your existence. Every single word I have declared about you will come to be. My pronouncements never fail. They always, without exception, achieve their intended outcome. My strength is always enough to deliver you. My attention is always entirely on your requests. My love is always near enough to comfort you when you weep. I remain by your side, always. Now listen very closely, my child. There is more I wish to share with you today. I need to speak to you about the battles you did not even know you were fighting. Some now stand against you, my precious one. They make false accusations when you are not in the room. They act with ill will despite your blamelessness toward them. They scheme in secret. They whisper behind closed doors. They mock your faith. and they try to lessen your true worth in the eyes of others. They mistakenly think they control your journey. They believe that they can decide what lies ahead for you. They think that with their gossip and their manipulation, they can break your inner resolve and force you to quit. But hear me clearly, my child. I see everything. Absolutely nothing escapes my awareness. No detail is beyond my grasp. Every cruel word spoken in secret, I hear. Every wicked plan made in the dark, I witness. And every impure intention, I judge with perfect, unwavering fairness. Those who oppose you now believe their position is highly secure. They think their foundation is firm, their words are sharp, and their influence is undeniable. They imagine they can easily silence your voice, dismiss your calling, and push you aside into the shadows. Yet they fail to understand that my heavy, protective hand rests upon you. They do not realize that you belong to the Most High God. They cannot perceive the thick covering of my favor that currently surrounds you. They do not see the many angelic helpers I have sent to walk with you, to advocate for you in the spiritual realm, and to lift you up when the challenges rise like a flood against your life. Therefore, my child, do not be swayed by their words. Do not waver for a single second before their empty threats, and do not be troubled by their untrue claims. For they have forgotten a timeless, eternal truth. Whoever harms one I have set apart harms what is most dear to me. I have marked you as my own. I have shielded you under my watchful, jealous care. I have spoken your name and confirmed your place with me. And I will not be silent while others try to diminish you. Though they may scorn you and seem to triumph in this current moment, a time is quickly coming, faster than they realize, when their mocking laughter will completely cease. Their pride will suddenly turn to deep shame, and their arrogance will simply vanish like smoke in the wind. Remember, my beloved, those who once ridiculed you, those who casually dismissed you, and those who spoke unkindly about your future, where are they now? Have you not already seen some return with humble spirits and hesitant words? Have you not witnessed them seek the very wisdom and help they once rejected from you? Have you not seen their deep regret over the bonds they themselves carelessly broke? My cherished child, they will soon wish to mend what they so carelessly cast away. But this was not your doing, this was mine. For I will not permit lasting dishonor upon those I hold dear. I will not leave injustice unaddressed in your life. I will not allow your standing to be lowered without raising you up before the very ones who tried to bring you down. And this will happen again, my child. Those who resist you today will, in time, see you completely differently. They will recall their spoken words. They will remember their intended harm. They will think about the opportunities they spitefully tried to block and the heavy burden of their terrible decisions will rest squarely upon their own shoulders. They will observe you thriving in my favor. They will watch you moving with divine ease. They will see you living out the massive promises I have given you, and they will have no choice but to declare, "Truly, the Most High has been with this person. Truly, a greater power has guided them. We truly did not understand our actions." Many will wish to repair what they damaged, to find again a connection they once scorned. But listen closely, my child. Do not hold on to bitterness, yet do not feel compelled to rebuild what I have purposefully brought to an end. I am your guardian. I am your fierce protector. I am the one who speaks for you. You do not need to strive with your own exhausted strength anymore. You do not need to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You are not required to respond to every false charge, nor are you required to follow those who have chosen to depart from your life. Keep a steady heart today. Keep your focus entirely on me. Keep your actions pure and your inner being completely free from ill will or the desire for petty revenge. I will elevate you at the exact opportune time. I will provide for you openly, even as your opponents watch in disbelief. I will bestow great honor upon you, and your life will know abundant, overflowing grace. I will ensure that those who opposed you will clearly see my blessings upon you, and they will be filled with wonder, recognizing that I, the Almighty, have brought this to pass. Even now, my child, some who stand against you already sense a change within their spirits. Deep within the hidden, quiet parts of their being, a profound restlessness stirs within them. My beloved child, they are experiencing a questioning of their own decisions, a struggle with their own motives, and a deep disquiet they cannot even begin to name. This is my presence moving gently, unsettling what seems firm, revealing that their comfort is built on shifting ground and preparing the way for true transformation. My deepest desire is that no soul should be lost, and that none should forever remain bound by their own pride or defiance. Even those who stand against you, I invite to turn their hearts, not to shame them, but to lead them back to wholeness. But you must understand, my child, not every heart will soften. Some will choose to hold tighter to their bitter position, stubbornly refusing to see what is true. It is for you, my cherished one, to release them entirely into my care. Their change is not your responsibility. Their acceptance of you is not your aim. Your path is to walk faithfully with me, to offer kindness without holding on to resentment, to speak well of others without malice, and to remain steadfast without ever seeking revenge. In this, you show the world my way. Through such living, my light shines clearest and brightest through you. I do not act slowly, my beloved. What some see as an agonizing delay is actually my enduring patience. For I desire that every soul find its way back to me, that not one be lost in the darkness. This is why I hold back my hand of final judgment, granting time for even the most resistant, hardened hearts to yield. Yet, a day approaches swiftly when all will be held absolutely accountable, when the season of grace will conclude and every single action will be weighed on the scales of eternity. A time is coming when those who rejected you, who planned harm against you, and who caused deep distress to my cherished ones will experience a profound shift. Their perception will clear, suddenly revealing the terrible truth of their resistance to my divine will. Do not let these difficulties surprise you, my child. When unexpected opposition arises, do not let your inner peace be disturbed. Always, through the ages, those I have chosen and set apart have faced similar fiery trials. Consider the one betrayed by his own family, sold into slavery, whom I eventually elevated to safeguard many nations. Recall the young shepherd, pursued by a jealous ruler, hiding in caves, whom I later made a great leader and king. My messengers endured scorn and physical injury, yet I spoke powerfully through them. Even my chosen son was cast aside, mocked, and put to death, yet through the ultimate act, I brought eternal life to all. So it will be for you, my beloved. The fierce resistance you face does not indicate my remoteness. It actually affirms my nearness. It shows that you carry within you a great worth, something deeply feared by the adversary, something the world simply cannot comprehend. But heed this warning, my precious one. Do not allow your heart to remain wounded. Do not bear the profound, crushing burden of each betrayal. Do not carry the piercing pain of every unkind word or the heavy scars of each rejection. Release them right now. Bring them all to me. Lay them at my feet. Let me mend what has been violently torn, and let me soothe your deepest pain. I will breathe calm into your restless, anxious spirit. For I am the one who brings completeness. I am the one who restores. I am the one who makes all broken things whole again. I am making you ready, my child, for the incredible path before you. I am actively expanding your spirit. I am deepening your reliance on me. I am refining your inner being in the fire of my love. I am guiding you to forgive quickly, to live completely unburdened, and to transcend the loud clamor of worldly matters. For where I lead you next, the difficulties may increase, but so too will the absolute brilliance of my presence. Do not fear the shaking in your life, for it only shows the deep, unshakable strength within your spirit. Do not resist the necessary removal of what does not serve you, for it readies you for abundant, explosive growth. My beloved child, a day will come very soon when you will look back on this exact time and be filled with pure awe. You will observe how I magically transformed what was intended for your detriment into your greatest advantage. You will observe how I permanently quieted the voices that opposed you. You will witness how I raised you up and established your footing on solid, immovable ground. And when those who once stood against you return, some with a true change of heart, others will regret only for their own missed chances. I will grant you the divine insight to know exactly how to respond. You will offer kindness, yet you will also possess crystal clear discernment. You will not be drawn back to what I have forcefully freed you from. You will not reassemble what I have purposely deconstructed. Instead, you will move forward, focused entirely on me, your spirit unchained, and your hands wide open, ready to accept all I have provided for you. My child, the parched, cracked soil of your long waiting is now drinking from the first heavy drops of my promised rain. This moisture is not a fleeting morning mist. It is a deep, saturating downpour upon the ground where you have stood in faithful expectation. It marks the permanent end of the drought and the beginning of a life that will never again know spiritual or financial thirst. This downpour acts as holy water, washing away the heavy grit and dirt of your past seasons, to reveal what I have been masterfully weaving behind the veil of your tears. I command you now, take the heavy grain you have stored and scatter it across the field with a bold and open hand. Do not let your resources remain dormant in the dark of the storehouse out of fear. Release a significant offering of your provision as a tangible, physical decree of your absolute trust in my word. By watering the tree of the everlasting gospel through this gift, you are ensuring your own roots find the deepest, most sustaining moisture. This act of faith will serve as the final gold leaf applied to the masterwork of your restoration, making the brilliance of my favor visible even to those who once openly mocked your struggle. You will find that the dry desert through which you have trekked for years has suddenly birthed a massive highway of verdant growth. Every single step you take from this moment will be cushioned by the soft moss of my constant and unshakable peace. The agonizing season of waiting is finished. The joyful time for gathering has arrived. Step forward now into the massive harvest that has widened in a single moment before your very eyes. Your fullness is here. Settle your spirit, my child, and listen closely. The exact time I set apart for this breakthrough has finally arrived. It must unfold now. Perhaps you wondered about the profound quiet. Perhaps you felt your desperate calls were not heard, and you questioned why the stillness remained for so agonizingly long. Know this absolute truth, my child. I was not far off. I was making you ready. What you could not see was not held back to punish you, nor what is held back to cause you cruel delay. It was held back for your absolute safety and for the precise time I had planned since the foundation of the earth. You were not ready before, not due to any lack of worth in you, but because carrying the massive weight of what I am now entrusting to you required a certain readiness, an inner strength, and a deep yielding that you were still cultivating. Now, your inner being is perfectly aligned. Your core has been made yielding through intense trials, and your trust, though severely tested, has remained firm. This is why this precise moment holds such deep, eternal significance. The good I am bringing about right now is not like the temporary ease you have known in the past. This is enduring, this is timeless, and this is meant uniquely, exclusively for you. I did not set this turning point aside for anyone else. I marked it as yours from the very beginning. It is deeply tied to exactly who you are. It holds the undeniable answers you shed tears over, the fairness you desperately pleaded for, the inner healing you doubted would ever come, and the wholeness you tragically thought was too late to grasp. I behold the conclusion from the very outset. This specific time is when I proclaimed the truth over your life in the quiet, the very moment you thought would never actually appear. That you are encountering these words today is not by chance. It is not a coincidence. What you are encountering right now confirms that the season of quiet separation has concluded, and my promised realization is now rapidly unfolding before your eyes. Settle your heart and let your inner self grasp this massive truth. What I held hidden is now coming into full view, not for the world at large, not for those who oppose you, but for you, my cherished one, the one for whom I gave myself completely, the one who stayed faithful when you could have easily walked away. This is not a dream. You are not merely imagining this time of blessing. This is the set apart unfolding of something only I could make happen. And you are experiencing it right now. Now that you grasp that this time was set aside specifically for you by me, I want you to truly understand why what felt like agonizing waiting wasn't a penalty. It was always a sacred, protective plan. Understand this, my beloved one. During those dark times, you cried out in deep frustration, wondering why there was no movement in your life. I was diligently preparing the foundation for something beyond your wildest imagination. The time you spent waiting was not wasted. Every quiet, lonely day, every hour you felt completely unseen, every tear shed alone in the dark, all were part of the sacred work. I was not holding back good things to cause you pain. I was actively increasing your capacity to receive them without being crushed or overwhelmed. I was fostering a deep patience within you that would lead to unbreakable endurance. I was letting your inner sight mature, your spirit deepen, and your trust become firm like a solid, unshakable base. You watched time passing and felt it was rapidly running short. But I do not work inside time. I work outside it. And I shape it entirely for your good. You thought you were falling behind, but you're exactly where I planned you to be on your journey. I have not forgotten you for a single fleeting moment. Some things simply needed to live your life so that when this massive good thing came, it would not have to compete for your attention. You sensed my quietness, but I was busy coordinating relationships, making the way perfectly clear, and closing off dangerous routes that might have steered you away from the path I set for you. I was altering the flow of events completely unseen, guiding individuals, redirecting resources, and even shifting your own inner conditions, so that my promise to you would not break under pressure too soon. The quiet time wasn't meant to test how much pain you could endure. It was meant to prepare the situation around my promise. What I am bringing forth now is more than just a quick solution. It is a massive doorway into a whole new area of favor, divine purpose, financial provision, and the elevation of your very being. What is coming is not small. It is not just a different role, a new connection, or a brief time of peace. What I am bringing forth will drastically reshape your lasting impact on this earth. It will extend to generations to come. It is the kind of profound shift that changes the meaning of everything that came before it. The reason for the long quiet was not just preparing a good thing. I was shaping you into the kind of vessel able to hold it with honor and care. And now, the time I have been looking forward, yes, I too anticipated this moment, has finally come. The heavy burden from the past season is lifting right now, giving way to a complete sense of fulfillment you have not yet experienced. I did not let your waiting be without incredible result. I changed it into something those against you will never grasp, and your own spirit will find hard to contain. This is not the past happening again. This is not old favor simply recycled. This is entirely new, completely fresh, and made only for you. You are not stepping into something without reason. You are stepping into something intentionally, masterfully formed. And I share this good news today because this thing I am bringing to you now is not something you need to earn, strive for, or be afraid of. It simply needs to be received. Therefore, receive it right now with open hands and absolute trust, because your readiness is finally complete. My child, you have stayed and received these words. That is a testament to the deep hunger I placed within you. You are one whose spirit leans in when I speak. Understand that this moment of unfolding is not the end of my speaking, but the glorious beginning of a new depth of revelation and assignment for those who hear my voice now. This new season requires your attentive heart. I call you to remain receptive, to anchor yourself fiercely in the truths I have unveiled today. Let the massive weight of this message settle over you, my beloved one. Return to it. Let it resonate again and again in the quiet places of your soul. By allowing this truth to root deeply, you solidify the foundation for the even greater things I am preparing to reveal. Your faithfulness in receiving prepares you to carry the next massive wave of my favor and purpose. Express your heart's agreement with this message, not just in word, but in the unwavering posture of your spirit. You are not alone in this journey. You are part of my faithful remnant, those who recognize the hour and respond to my call. Know this, I have much more to say, much more to show you, and much more to release into your life. Remain connected to my voice. My presence is your constant, unbreakable covering. Walk today in the absolute certainty of my love, completely shielded by my perfect plan. The peace I give you remains forever. Amen.